So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm back! Back from my holiday, I had a great holiday in South Africa, which I'm gonna dedicate a different kind of video for, I think in 2 weeks or next week. I'm now back in the studio and I'm really happy to be finally working again, finally making music again. So I was thinking what would be an appropriate video to start off with. And I think you guys might be wanting to hear some new music. So when I was in South Africa, we've been driving a lot in our little Datsun. And we've listened to a lot of music. And there was one track by Rita Ora which I really enjoyed listening to. And singing along a bit every now and then. The track is called Let You Love Me.
I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me.
And I really like the production of it, I really like the vocals of it, I really like those little ad-libs that she does in the track. So I was thinking, let's try to make this into a more festival kind of appropriate kind of dance track. So I thought it would be really cool to go through this track and how I made this track. So the first thing that I did when approaching this remix was look for the bass notes of the original, and I came up with a pattern like this. The next step would be to create a melody for this. I like to use certain parts of the original, but not too much for this one. So I came up with a melody like this. When listening to it on the piano, it sounds still a bit dull. So I went to look for some layers. I didn't want to use too many layers because that would overcomplicate things. So in the end, one layer is a square lead kind of sound. And the other layer is a chord kind of pattern. Now you can already hear it's not moving a lot right now. So let's add a little bass pattern in like an eighth note that plays between the octaves. So in the end, this was the main melody line and melody layer that I came up with. And then I had to ask myself the question, am I going for a big room drop? Am I going for, I don't know, an experimental drop or for a melodic drop? And I really thought that this melody would really fit a melodic drop well. So I made a quick build up using sounds from the original and putting a plug there with some build up sounds. Then you get something like this.
I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna let when you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. I wanna let when you till the sun's up. I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna stay the whole night. Heaven knows I'm trying.
The drop is pretty straightforward. It's a kick and a clap from my Patreon pack in combination with 2 bass lines. And then the whole lead layer for the first 8 bars. But then I still felt like it was missing some cool harmonic content. So I cut out a big part of the original track and just kept a little loop of the vocal going, which I sidechanged underneath that whole lead layer. For this track, everything production-wise went very quickly. So I was like, let's make it a bit more interesting, the second 8 bars. So I made a little addition to this whole melody layer, which sounds something like this. Basically the chords stay the same, I only changed the main melody line. And then for this one I went for a second break as well, because I really liked the original. So I took the second break of the original, looped it a bit, added some clock effects and some snares, so you get something like this.
I wanna stay with you till the morning. I wanna lay with you through the sun. I wanna stay with you till the morning. I wanna lay with you through the sunrise. I wanna show you that you're my only. I wanna live with you till the sun's up. I wanna stay with you till the morning. I wanna lay with you through the sunrise, through the sunrise.
And then at first I was thinking like go back with the main melody again, build it up and then the drop. But I thought that was a bit boring and a bit too repetitive. So I thought, let's use that part that comes afterwards, which is this one. And cut again the low frequencies out of it and then make some leads and some synths that would really accentuate that part. So I made a short bass and then I added an almost cheesy sounding kind of chord layer, but its only purpose is to really accentuate that main vocal line. So for me, it was a great way to keep this track interesting and keep it flowing forward. So then in the end, another build up and then ending with a drop again. And that's basically the main elements of this little festival mix that I made for you guys. You can download this track for free in the description and I really hope you like it. And I hope that you like this first video of the new series. I'm gonna continue working on new tutorials for you guys. Funny little videos about music production. I'm gonna do some product reviews. I'm gonna do some track making from scratch. I'm gonna do every month, I'm gonna do a feedback live stream. So lots of cool content coming on this channel. I'm really looking forward and I hope you're looking forward too. So what rests for me to say is, if you like what I do, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.